हेलो ऑल, वेलकम टू फ्यूचर ट्रेडर्स। आई होप यू ऑल आर डूइंग वंडरफुल। सो आज हम बात करने वाले हैं सम ट्रेड प्लान के जो आज में हमने एग्जीक्यूट करे हैं और कल क्या पॉसिबिलिटी हो सकती है बैंक निफ्टी और निफ्टी में। सो एज यू कैन सी ऑन द ग्राफ, जो मैंने अभी ड्रॉ करा है ये निफ्टी का चार्ट है। फ्यूचर्स, मैं दोनों ही फ्यूचर्स में ही आपको एनालिसिस बताऊंगा। सो करंट लेवल पे क्या हुआ है कि बहुत ज़्यादा expected था कि there would be some kind of retracement, there would be some kind of pullback, and that exactly what happened today. तो आज वही हुआ कि ये जो पुलबैक आया था, तो मैंने अपने टेलीग्राम चैनल पे भी आपको बताया था कि हमने सिंपली क्या किया, हमने एक रेंज डिफाइन किया दिस साइड 36,480 पे और 36,380 पे, 330 पे, यस एग्जैक्टली टू बी 330 पे। ट्विटर स्पेसिस पे भी मैंने जो पॉडकास्ट किया था उस पर भी मैंने बताया कि 330 ये जो रेंज है, अगर ये रेंज को एग्जिट करता है इन इधर वे, तो आप ये देखें एग्जैक्टली क्या हुआ था आज। तो जब मैंने बताया अराउंड यहाँ पे मैंने कुछ बताया था कि ये ऐसा, ये दो रेंज है, दो अपर बाउंड है, ये अपर बाउंड इस तरह से है और लोअर बाउंड यहाँ पे है। तो मैंने ये प्लान किया था कि अगर ये नीचे आता है इस तरह से तो ये स्पाइरल डाउन हो सकता है। अगर ये रेंज को ऊपर इस तरह से तोड़ देता है तो ये शॉर्ट कवरिंग बहुत ही क्विक आएगा। तो ये दोनों पॉसिबिलिटीज, मेनी ऑफ यू ऑलरेडी नो दैट आई हैव डिस्कस्ड दिस एंड इट वाज रियलाइज्ड इन अ वेरी excellent fashion. So now what happened is that you can see here that it first time it gave a reaction. So when it gave the reaction, that's how it prepared itself to become even stronger, even robust, even more ruthless in terms of the short covering. So exactly that thing. So once it gives the reaction, then comes for the second time, that's where the genuinity of the breakout happens. And that's exactly what happened, and it went till the black line. If you switch to 15 minutes chart, you see the beauty of the black line, how the reaction was created around the black line and how it respected the black line. Now the second thing which I mentioned, that if it crosses the black line, and obviously I've mentioned about the 5 minutes chart, but there it reached halfway through the, not halfway, even 75% of the range between the black between the two black lines. So that's how it traveled on the upper side. Now on the lower side, if you see that when the market opened, it went down nearly 490 points. Okay, now from 490 points it rallied 580 points, right? So you have to see the difference. How much was the fall? How much was the increase? So this was the magnitude of the increase. The magnitude of the increase was much greater. Now, once the magnitude of the increase was greater, then where was the Dow Jones theory? The Dow Jones theory of lower low and higher highs, where was it? So it formed low here, it formed a low here. Now it seems to be the case that it formed another higher low over here. Now why I say this? Because exactly the reason where I defined my upper range. So over here I defined my upper range, that was around 36,480. Okay, so this was here. From there it took a spike. Now you can see exactly at the 200 moving average here, the 200 moving average is going. You can see the red line, but exactly around the 200 moving average it took a support, and that support respected on the upper side. But between this 200 moving average there is another thing, which is the 20 moving average, which is not supporting the bank nifty to be rallied on the upper side. Now the story of this somewhere lies with the nifty itself, because nifty is at all-time high and it is kind of uh, too high to initiate a fresh buying. So that's kind of uh, you know kind of a problem is going on with the nifty, that it cannot jack up more higher and cannot track to a higher trajectory. So that, तो वहां पे एक निफ्टी में प्रॉब्लम आ रहा है। तो हम अब एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं कि कल क्या होने वाला है। तो कल जो है, हमारा एक्सपेक्टेशन बहुत ही सिंपल रहेगा, जो कि हमने ये जो डिफाइन किया है, हमने जो रेंज डिफाइन किया है और ये ब्लैक लाइन पे जो आया है, तो कल हमारा जो एक्सपेक्टेशन क्या होगा, अगर ये फ्लैट ओपनिंग होता है, then definitely it will continue the momentum on the upper side itself. The more biasness would be there on the upper side, and this time it will pierce the black line. and can reach over there, all the way over here, and even can you know can cross that second black line also. So this would create a green opportunity. Now in the event of a gap down again, a quick short covering will be initiated again. So in these two scenarios, the flat and the gap down opening, there will be increase. Now gap down can confuse sometimes, like when the momentum was on the upside, why there is a gap down, that means something inherently has changed in the market. But वो possibility बहुत कम होगी, because the kind of short covering we saw, and अगर मैं आपको डेटा यहाँ पे दिखाऊं बैंक निफ्टी का, so you see the data here. 36,500 calls are heavy. Okay, it is little bearish, and even 37,000, that like they're much confident that 37,000 in no case bank nifty will be able to cross. And on the put side, 36,000 seems to dominate. But if you see the change in OI here, you see the change in OI. Let me just the change in OI, if you can see here, the green line was dominating, which is showing a bearishness. Now after 12 o'clock, there was a flip which led the put side to dominate, and the put side was dominating heavily. It was heavily dominating in the sense that it crossed its high, day's high, and it was ended with the red, ended with a big fall on both the fronts. But that does not affect us, because this flip is just important for us. Okay, now something shake up has happened in the market, and we also see that 36,400, 36,500 is a good support for the bank nifty, and this was being repeated because what we saw here is that there was a gap filling area here. This was left behind. So you see here, this was the gap filling area, which was, so exactly at this point you can see that it is now trying to take a support here. तो अगर ये यहाँ से एक support लेता है, definitely it will go on the higher side. Now what is this then? What is this then? This fall was just a trap, maybe. Now if it is a trap, then the momentum in which the bank nifty will proceed on the higher side will be much greater. Okay, so that's how the plan is for the bank nifty, that in the event of a flat and gap down opening, it will go higher. Now in the event of a gap up opening, I am not convinced for any kind of comment, because it can confuse the market, it can lead to volatility, it can lead to theta decay, whatever can be the possibility for tomorrow. But yeah, this would be the plan for tomorrow for the bank nifty. And if in any sense it confuses you, tomorrow is Wednesday, and Wednesdays are usually the profit days. So I expect that the profit booking would not happen, so because already the bank nifty has fallen much, and if at all it happens, it will be little bit bounded by the lower bounds which we already discussed. So I hope you will have a wonderful day tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Take care.